Everybody. We're joined this evening with the wonderful psychic Beth. She's an author, known as a pet psychic. She's also done a book about numbers, which is absolutely fascinating as well. We had an absolutely wonderful chat on Chit Chat Tuesday on Exploring the Afterlife a few weeks ago. And also as well, if you haven't already checked out Beth's show on Pulse Talk Radio, I highly recommend you do so. It's always really good. Wonderful guests on it. And I'm just delighted to start. So we're doing something a little different. And I was really pleased that after the Chit Chat Tuesday show, Beth agreed to do this past life regression today. So do you want to add anything else about yourself? And just want to say hello to Patricia and Annie. So hello to you. So anything else you'd like to add about yourself? And we also have a little chat before we start as well.
Yeah, well, obviously I wrote my book in April. It was published, Everything You Need to Know to Become a Pet Psychic. So I just want to thank everybody who's purchased it and left me an Amazon review, because it did get to be an Amazon bestseller. So yes, I'm very grateful to everybody who supported me through that. And of course, I often go on to This Morning on ITV and do the pet psychic phone-in. So a lot of people message me about that. So that's really lovely. But, I love doing the radio on a Wednesday evening on Pulse Talk Radio. And of course, you've been a guest a couple of times on there, Paul, yourself.
I have, yes. I really enjoyed that. That was, lots of fun. So it was nice to be one of the many guests that have appeared on it. So thank you.
We've had lots of very well-known psychics and mediums, and of course yourself as a hypnotherapist, and we have all sorts of people come on. So it keeps it really varied, and you learn so much from all these guests that you have, and we do free readings as well on the show. So that's always nice if people want to, have a reading for themselves. Obviously, I've got my own deck of oracle cards that I produced in, I think it was in 2019. I can't tell now since the COVID when I, the time sort of, the time frame, we've had like these crazy couple of years, and you're trying to think before the lockdown what you did, you know what I mean? So yeah, I did Live Your Best Life oracle deck, so I use those on the show to give people readings. And of course, you mentioned Life by Numbers, my first book, which is good if you want to have a look what a number between 1 and 1,000 means for you. If you keep seeing a number, like, I keep seeing 222, and then yesterday I kept seeing 777. So I'm always like, what is in my book? Because I can't always remember myself what I wrote about it, because I was channeling the information from spirit and the universe to give an explanation between 1 and 1,000 numbers. But really, it's like a little mini reading for yourself. It's not like an angel number book. It's more like if you've got a dilemma or an issue, or you don't know where to go with something, maybe there's a decision that's impending, then you can ask the universe to show you a number, look it up in the book, and then it will give you.
Hopefully you're still here, Beth. I'll just pull up and say hello to a few people at the moment. So I've got Sheila. Hello, nice to see you here. Charles, good evening. Jade, it's wonderful. Thank you for joining in. Patricia, thank you. And also, I love the numbers patterns. I look for your book. That's wonderful. And Annie, I've got your numbers book. Absolutely brilliant. So hopefully, we'll be seeing. There we go.
Sorry, I've switched over to mobile internet, so hopefully that's going to work better. I do live on a main road that unfortunately is in the 3% of Worcestershire that doesn't have very good internet.
So no, it's absolutely fine. Jade, thank you for sharing. And Annie said she's got your numbers book. So
really thank you, Annie. That's really kind of you. Yeah, it's on Amazon if anybody does want to get it.
Yeah, so if you just pull it in just a little more so we can see it,
I'm
because
I know
there you go.
That's
perfect, because I know Patricia wanted to see it. Sophia says, hi Paul, hi Beth, I hope you're both well. So do get that, and I will, if Patricia wants me to, share the link so she can get hold of that book as well. Before we start, I thought it'd be quite nice, because you're not a stranger to past lives. You actually had, she says, got both your books cards. They are
thank
fantastic.
you. Oh, she's so kind. I've got that.
Yeah.
There's a pet psychic book.
Absolutely. Do you have any of the cards by you at all?
I do actually. I don't go very far without them. I'm using them all the time. So
Brilliant.
That's the box, but you have to get those off me. That the other things are on Amazon, but these are directly from myself, because I only had 100 of those made, and there's probably only about 10 or 12 packs now. So if anybody does want any, let me know ASAP.
Yes,
and
very, very popular.
There's lovely messages, like that one says just walk away, so somebody might be watching, and actually that might be a very relevant message to them, where they're thinking about, I just wanted to say backing down on something, so it might be somebody who you're arguing with, having a disagreement, just come out of it, just walk away. It might be work, it might be a job, but that just came up then. So I love to shuffle the cards, and I'll just pull one out for you, Paul, if that's all right.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Thank you.
There's 52 cards in the pack, and they're all beautiful photographs that were taken by my children and my nephew. My nephew is a professional photographer. And that one says, home is where you park it. So you need to get away, Paul. You need a bit of an adventure, perhaps go camping, get out and see the countryside or the sea. Often that comes up for people who need a break, who need to de-stress, just get back to their roots or be grounded again. So that's just a little bit. I'm just going to pull you one more, which there's a lot of success around you, because you've got the jump for joy card there.
Oh, good. Excellent. That's lovely. Thank you.
Well, that's my daughter. That's my daughter doing this massive leap in Italy. That was taken in Italy.
It's a wonderful, wonderful photograph. I mean, all the photographs are truly wonderful in it.
They're beautiful. They really are. But for you to get that combination, you kind of need to ground again, get back in touch with nature and de-stress, because you've got good news coming with Jump for Joy. And that means you're going to go through a very hectic, busy, maybe a little bit of chaos in a good way, but the payoff will be worth it. So they're trying to chill you out, because then work goes crazy, and then it's like it's all good and successful, but nevertheless it can be challenging and cause a bit of stress at the same time. So all good though, all good.
Yeah, definitely. And I like to say, I mean, because they're not here, I won't give specifics out, but you did some readings on Chit Chat Tuesday, and I'm pleased to say that people have got in contact with me, and some people that are friends, that those things that you've said have come to fruition, come true, which is given them absolute joy. So with you saying that now, I can't tell you how excited I am feeling right now. But yes, I will get out in nature.
Updated.
Yes, absolutely. I most definitely will do. Just say a couple more hellos here. So yeah, I got this one up earlier, but I pulled it away so people could see the cards properly. Now I know you're using a mobile phone, so it's probably incredibly small. So I'll just read it out. Yes. So Jade Hobson said, all cards. As a spiritual reader myself, I love to get the cards too. Thanks, Beth. So again, I can put you in contact, so
if you would, and then I can send you all the details. That would be lovely. And it's really nice, because I only did a small run of them. I really like to know where they're going and who's got them. And I always say, just do whatever you want to do with those cards. If you want to use them for yourself, other people, in your professional work, or even if you're learning, it doesn't matter. They will lend themselves to any capacity. But also, if you want to photograph them, if you want to use them on Facebook Live, put them on Instagram. I'm not sort of one of these people who says, oh no, the copyright, and you're not allowed to photograph them, and you can't do this and you can't do that. I'm not bothered about all that. Just do whatever you want to do with them, because they're going to be yours, they're going to be your tools, and they're going to have that energy that will work just right for you. So that's what I always tell people about, life by numbers and live your best life. Oracle deck, obviously, because the Pet Psychic book is published by another, well, by Welbeck Publishing, I have to adhere to their rules, whereas these I've published myself. Those are my rules, so I can do what we like. Do you know what I
Brilliant.
mean?
I like
Obviously,
it.
with a pet psychic book, they might not be very, they wouldn't mind, I don't think, you using it on Facebook or something, but obviously you can't sort of, I don't know, that they may not like it if people were photographing parts of it and putting it on the internet or something, I would imagine. So, but with my cards and my book, you know, I'm in charge of those, so I don't mind.
No, absolutely. What's this there, Beth? I only remember. Oh, right. So I got this up because I think this is one that I can share. That Beth may only remember me. She did a reading for my cat, Dave. Dave.
Oh, who's that, Paul?
Sophia, that is.
Was that when we did Chit Chat Tuesday?
I don't think she sent through.
Sophia,
it
rings a bell, and I can't think because I do that many readings every week on the radio. We do about 25 readings every Wednesday, and I'm wondering if she had that. I remember the name Dave for the cat, and I remember Sophia, but I can't remember when I did it. Was it on the radio, Sophia? Perhaps you'll let us know.
Yeah, if you can let us know. Jane, your friend Jane is here. The paranormal voice, Jane Mortimer.
Oh, Jane Mortimer.
Yeah.
I love Jane. Hiya, Jane.
Oh, she is wonderful.
She's in the book.
Patricia.
She's in the Pet Psychic book.
Oh, brilliant! Excellent.
She's in there with her snake.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is nice. I'll get this up as well. What a sweet lady you are, Beth. Indeed, I absolutely second that. So, you're not a stranger to past lives, and I'd just like to chat about before we just get into it. It'd be nice to do it rather than like, hello, Beth, you're under. I think that it'd be nice to say about your experiences with past lives, particularly. I mean, you said saying great because I have had people that have been animals in past lives, and you were a monkey in one of them as well. Are you happy to chimpanzee? So you're happy to share that with
it was
people?
really peculiar. I've done past life regression about 3 or 4 times, and I had when I was like a fighter pilot in the Second World War, had that one. Then I had one where I was a very well-to-do lady in a big manor type house, which is very nice. And so when I did the third one, I just expected it would be another person. But when I went under, and you kind of like look around your surroundings, that's what I was like looking around, and I could see that I was in an enclosure, and it was like a zoo enclosure. And then when I looked down, it sounds crazy, I thought, oh my God, I've got really hairy legs. And obviously not because not ladies' legs, but chimpanzee legs. I looked down, I thought, oh my God, I've got these really hairy legs and feet. And then when I looked at myself, I realized I was a chimpanzee, and I was trying to think, oh my God, this is crazy. But I knew what I was seeing in this regression, and I could see, as if I was literally there, I could see all the trees that were in there. There was these ropes hanging down. There was these climbing platforms. Just a typical kind of zoo environment, enclosure, but with activities going on to keep the chimpanzees sort of amused. And in trying to keep it to a fairly natural habitat, as natural as it can be in that situation. And then I went to how I was feeling, and these sort of other chimpanzees that were there. And then the next thing, I went to the end of that life, and I could see that I'd had an accident and fell from one of these trees or something up high. And as I fell, I was severely injured, and the zookeeper phoned the vet. and I believed that I'd got a good relationship with this particular zookeeper, chimpanzee keeper. I thought in my existence that we were like friends, that we were bonded. And then the vet came and I got that, oh, there's nothing that we can do for him. He's broken his neck. So it's euthanasia, there's no way round it, And so that was the end of the life. And then the upsetting thing, and I did feel very emotional when I heard this in the regression, was then the vet said to the zookeeper, what do you want me to do with him? This was after I would have passed away. What do you want me to do with him? And the zookeeper said, oh, just chuck him over there in the corner, just throw him over there. So there was absolutely no care or regard for the body after the event. And it made me examine that relationship. I thought the zookeeper loved me. I thought we were bonded. We were friends. We've got a relationship. But then I was totally disregarded, where you would imagine you'd say, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take him or bury him or whatever. And it was, I just chuck him over there in the corner, sort it out later. Don't worry about it. That kind of thing. And if I took anything away from that, would be that maybe sometimes we think that we have got a firm friendship with somebody and then you get stabbed in the back, so not everybody is as they appear. And when I analyse that further in my life, that has happened to me, where I've thought I'd been having a good friend. It's probably happened really on, I would say, 3 occasions where I thought I had a good friendship with somebody, and they've stabbed me in the back. They've done it across me, and that has been quite revealing, hurtful at the time, but I have been able to move through it. It's a bit of that analogy. If you lend your friend 20 quid and then you never see him again, it was probably worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like a bit of that, so
Indeed.
I kind of took that from it. I don't know if that's right or wrong to take that from it. I don't know if that links that regression. But then, of course, there's this big thing about my animal communication and my pet psychic stuff. Is that why I'm able to do it? Is it because I was a chimpanzee in a past life that I have this telepathic connection and this psychic link to animals? So I was just blown away and I was just fascinated by it, you see, because I'd gone into that regression without any anticipation. And if anybody had told me that you were going to be an animal in that, I'd have just gone, oh, yeah, right, that's a load of rubbish. That's not going to happen. So I was really taken back and surprised. And I know when we had a chat, I said to you, Paul, have you ever come across that before, where somebody has been regressed, but they're not a person, they're an animal? And of course, it brings up all these questions like, can we reincarnate into an animal next time around? It was great, don't get me wrong, but it opened a box of even more questions for me that I wanted to explore and to answer. So, and I know you said to me that you had somebody in the past that was regressed and they were an animal.
Yes, it's happened to me twice. I think sometimes people don't go to that life because they probably got that little bit of their subconscious thinking, oh blimey, they're going to think, so yes. But it happens, it absolutely happens. So Sophia said when you did the chat with Jane, so that's when it was done, when you did the chat with
that's
Jane.
Right, with Jane, of course. I remember now. Thanks for jogging my memory. It doesn't take much to confuse me.
And also as well, Patricia said, and it's my fault because I said monkey instead of chimpanzee, but how did it feel to be a chimpanzee? And you explained the story. But yeah, you must have had that instant kind of, this is different now. Let's see, we've got a couple more hellos to say. Rachel, Chris is here. On different timelines. And also this bit. I'm not quite sure what this question I'm asking, and I will get into the regression sometime soon. But Chris says, would those who have been a soldier in a past life be on a different timeline to animal spirit?
I really
wouldn't
don't
quite
know.
No, I
Because
don't know how to answer
I
that.
tried to look at that, and I tried to work out a timeline. And all I can say is that when I did the fighter pilot one, and I had got a name, I think I told you it was.
And what I'm going to just say here, because if Beth cuts out at all during the live, some people might be beginning to worry, well, what happens if she's in hypnosis? The likelihood of what's going to happen is Beth will just fall into a nice restful sleep and then be fine afterwards, or just realize after about 5 minutes that she's not actually hearing anything from me, and her conscious mind will talk to her subconscious mind. She'll come out, so don't worry, she won't be in any sort of state for a long period of time. So do ask me some questions whilst oh, we're black, sort of. I'm just going to get Beth off and back on again and see if that helps. Do bear with me, everybody. No, black at the moment. Yeah, do ask me some questions in this meantime. I'll keep talking as much as I can until Beth is back on with us. So yeah, don't have any worry whatsoever about if and this is the same thing. Should we do a live now? If you've got a good internet connection, and should we do a regression with somebody, then the chances of it cutting out, if it's good internet connection, like really slim. If your internet connection can be a slight bit dodgy, then usually it's going to be okay. But if it does do this, then again, people just fall into a sleep and then come around afterwards. In fact, internet connection problems has only ever happened to me when I've done one of these lives. It's never actually happened whilst doing a Zoom or Skype session with somebody. But the best way I always find is people come into you here. Let's have a look. Right, good. I've got a question. And hello to you. Rachel, does say hello to you? Hello to you, Matthew. Is deja vu something your brain remembers from a past life? Well, whilst we're waiting for Jane to read, sorry, Beth. I'm calling her Jane, aren't I? I'm getting confused from last night when I did the. There we see if this works. Hello.
Sorry. I've had to refresh it because I think it just sort of got stuck, and I switched it onto Wi-Fi, put it back onto mobile, didn't want to know, so I've just refreshed it. So I'm really sorry. I have got poor signal here.
No, it's fine. And I was just explaining about, I've got a question about deja vu, which I will answer because I was slightly halfway through it. But should this happen halfway through it, the likelihood is that you'll just know that there's no sound for a while and you'll just come out of hypnosis.
Yes.
If you need the sleep, you'll just maybe go into a quick power nap and then come back round from it afterwards. So it's going to be absolutely fine. Your subconscious mind is always there, protecting you and keeping you safe. But deja vu, yes, it could possibly be something from a past life, and I do think that can be a big part of it. I also have heard as well that sometimes it can be like a miniature blackout for a millisecond, like a nanosecond. So you don't actually pass out, but you're still conscious, but your brain resets. So you get to something, think, oh, I've been here before, and that's one of the reasons why. So it depends which one you like to think, but I think it could possibly be both. Just because it's one doesn't mean it's always going to be one, and vice versa. So what do you think about deja vu?
I've experienced it lots of times, and I know my dad had a big deja vu. He went to, I'm trying to think of the place in Devon, you know, where they film the Hovis advert with all the cobbled streets and the great big hill.
I do know the place, yes.
I can't
which
think
is
what that place is called.
Devon. I've been there myself.
Is it
and
not? Oh, I nearly had it
supposed,
then, but I can't
supposed
think
to be
what it is.
Yorkshire. Anybody that knows it, please type it into the
Type
comments
it in.
and we will get it.
So, and my dad said he knew what the house was going to be like at the top of the hill, and he looked through the window and he knew exactly, and he said it really freaked him out. And I've had it on several occasions, and I get, though, often that I'm having a conversation with somebody, and then I go into like a deja vu moment. I think, I've had this conversation before with you, but I haven't. You know, it might be somebody I've only just met. And I often get it in the middle of a conversation, you know, with all sorts of people. And I think, I've met you before. I've had this conversation before. So I think that you can be in this life with people from previous lives. That's what I made from that when I was having those kind of deja vus. I think with the timeline thing, with my fighter pilot, obviously that would have been in the 30s and the early 40s. And I think that when I must have passed, which I survived the war, even though I was captured and all different things. And I'd even got the name Marlon Kingsley, which I did try and find out more, but I couldn't find anything about him. In the past life, I was from USA and then moved to London after the war. And I think that the chimpanzee was the next life, because when I did that regression, it was in the 60s. So I think perhaps I'd passed away, say, 1958 for argument's sake. And then the chimpanzee was in the 60s era. So that may have been the follow on from that. So I did try and work that out. But it's just amazing, isn't it? You know, and I'd love to get a name that could be traced, which I did try with that fighter pilot one. And then I did, you'll laugh at this, everybody will probably laugh at this. And then after the chimpanzee one, I kept looking. Do you remember the PG Tips chimpanzees in the monkeys, and they had the tea parties?
Yes,
I kept looking at all of those and going on YouTube to watch.
So yes, we're got another connection, but yes, Shaftesbury, Dorset. I did actually hear that shouting through the door, and also as well Gold Hill. So thank you both, Patricia and Sophia. It's Gold Hill, Shaftesbury, Dorset. And also as well, I like to say also, yeah, we're all well. Thank you for your really nice, kind words that you said about me earlier. Hello to you, Karen, as well. Hello, welcome back.
Sorry.
Oh, it's absolutely
We'll just
fine.
keep having these dropouts.
Yeah, we'll see
what
we
can
do.
So I tried to find out about, because I'm mad on tea. I drink loads of tea. I thought perhaps that it was a connection, you know, but who knows? Who knows?
No, it sounds really good. And so I think what we'll do, we'll do the past life regression, give it a try, and if should we cut out, you know, I mean, I did sort of try with somebody else and it cut out a couple of times. We had to kind of abandon it in the end. But you know, you're such an interesting person to chat with, Beth. So if you're happy with it, we can just talk about past lives, and maybe it might, if the connection problems keep dropping out, be something we might be able to set up over Zoom and do as a pre-record at some point, if that would be all right with you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm so sorry about my internet.
No, it's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It happens. One the other day, I tend to find it seems to be more stable when you use something like Zoom. And I know through both Restream, which I'm using now, and StreamYard, you can somehow run Zoom into these. I haven't worked out how to do that yet, but that might be something that I'll do.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll do that. Oh yeah, just one more question. This is about birthmarks. Oh, sorry, not that one. It jumps down and you end up getting the wrong one up. So I have a birthmark right in the center of my back. So that's really interesting, Chris. And if you see the Dr. So I didn't mean to get that one up then. If you see the work of Dr. Ian Stevenson, he goes deeply into birthmarks. So maybe that'd be something we'll have a little chat about afterwards. But we'll go into the regression now. Any dropouts, we'll just have a bit of a chat about things. So yeah, all happy with that? Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Lovely. Also, as well, if you want me to put the sound up of Beth at all during this, I can control the volume. So let me know if she's a little quiet when she's
Hopefully you can hear me all right. If I can move this a little bit closer, because I'll probably just lean back a bit in the chair if that's all right, just to
of course.
just to
You're
relax.
absolutely fine. And if it is low, the good thing about Restream is I can pump up the sound a little bit during the live as well. So people do say if it's low at all. Lovely. So do you have any questions before we start?
No, I'm quite happy to go with whatever you throw at me, Paul.
Okay, brilliant. So if you just close your eyes now for me. And I'd like you now, with your eyes closed, for you to, first of all, take some nice, slow, deep breaths. Very good. And I'd like you to take those slow, deep breaths. Just pretend and imagine that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. I'd like you to pretend and imagine that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. In a moment, when I ask you to, I'm going to ask you to try and open your eyes. And when I ask you to try and open your eyes, I really do want you to try and open your eyes. But all the time, I want you to keep pretending that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. Your eyes are locked, glued, closed. So holding on to that imagination of relaxation just tests me now that your eyes remain closed. Very good. And send that relaxation now as you relax your eyelids down to the tips of your toes. And all those times that you've experienced the wonderful, wonderful relaxation state of hypnosis, like just before drifting off to sleep. In a moment, only when I tell you to, I'm going to get you to open your eyes. And then when I get you to open your eyes, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, roughly allow yourself to relax 10 times more relaxed. All right now, so just open your eyes and close your eyes now and deepen that relaxation. Very good. So just open your eyes now and close your eyes and deepen that relaxation. Just open your eyes one more time and close your eyes and deepen that relaxation. Allowing yourself to drift, allowing yourself to float deeper, relaxed. Allowing yourself to float down now as you relax your body. Relaxing your body deeper and deeper. And more deeply relaxed now. Like when you're at the ocean, a wave rolls in and crashes down, you relax deeper. The wave rolls in again and crashes down, relaxes even more. One more time as the wave rolls in and you relax deeper. And now you've relaxed the body. It's now time to relax the mind. And as your mind relaxes, the body relaxes. And as your body relaxes, your mind continues to drift and float deeper, relaxed. And feel so very sleepy. Allowing this to happen. That's right, allowing yourself to drift deeper. and deeper. And more deeply relaxed. So sleepy. So relaxed. Down. Down. Everything is slowing down now. Slowing down. And as soon as your inner mind knows you can relax sufficiently to review memories of a life you've lived before this one, find yourself getting a little more relaxed. Relax deeper now. That's right. And it's not just the words I say that help you relax. It's the silence between the words. And now to help with the deepening process. I want you now to imagine yourself just outside your front door of this lifetime. 2022 as you relax deeper, that's right. Looking at your own body, out of your own eyes as you relax deeper. Seeing what you see, feeling what you feel, hearing what you hear, being outside your front door of this lifetime of 2022. And slowly, easily and effortlessly now, as you relax deeper and deeper, just describe to me out loud what it looks like just outside your front door of this lifetime 2022.
I can see the ocean.
Lovely. Now just allow yourself to float up higher and higher so you can be aware of the ocean where you are right now. Higher and higher, safely higher and higher. So you're looking down on the ocean with like a bird's eye view. And describe to me what it looks like from up there as you look down on the ocean.
It looks quite grey and quite choppy.
Very good. And whilst you're up there, being aware of what the temperature like and what it's like to be there, I'd like you to get in touch with that part of your mind. That part of your mind now that has reviewed memories of a life you've lived before this one. Those memories of going back in time to a life you've lived before this one, way, way back. Back before you were born. Way, way back to a life you've lived before this one. And in the back of your subconscious mind, you know the right life for you to experience now, one of the lives you've experienced. And in a moment, when I count from 1 to 5, on 5, pleasantly you'll experience yourself falling down, and as you fall down, you safely land back back in a life you've lived before this one. So alright now, 1, being aware of soon going back. 2, further and further now. And 5, back into that past life as you fall down now. Fall down into a past life. Allow your subconscious mind to let you know where you are, what you experience, and what you're feeling right now.
I'm on the boat.
Very good.
It's a fishing boat.
Good. And
I can
whilst you're
see the
there,
net.
wonderful. And whilst you're there, just allow yourself to glance down at your arms, your legs, so you can describe to me how you're dressed.
I've got trousers on with holes in and big Wellington boots, but they come up really high. And I've got my braces on. I've got a tattoo on my arm.
Can you describe this tattoo to me?
It's got an anchor and a chain. It's got LW at the bottom.
Good. And how old are you right now?
47.
47. Very good. And now, on the count of 3, the name of what they call you in this life comes to you. 1, 2, 3. So they call you in this life?
Ivan.
Ivan. Very good. And now, from this life, on the next count of 3, your surname Ivan. 1, 2, 3. What's your surname Ivan?
John.
John. Ivan. John. Very good. And Ivan, what year is it now? Allow the year to come to you. What year it is now, Ivan?
It's 1927.
1927. And where roughly are you fishing? Where's the nearest land?
I'm up north.
You're up
In the
north.
north.
Very good. And now, Ivan, you said there was a net. Are you aware what's happening with this net now?
You've got to get the fish, and sometimes we get crabs and lobsters. But I don't like touching them.
Okay. Describe some of the other people that are with you and can you see them doing at this moment in time, Ivan?
Michael's there, but he keeps getting drunk. He's not concentrating.
Okay.
He just leaves it to everybody else.
And has he always been like this when you've worked with him?
Since his wife died.
I'm sorry to hear that his wife's died. Is there a name that you call this boat at all that you're fishing on?
Idaho.
Idaho. Very good. Now, Allow yourself to move a little further in time now, staying with this lifetime. That happens now. And you can let me know what's happening.
We have to go deeper out to sea to get the fish. It's very hard.
Okay.
And the boat's not good. The boat's got a hole.
Okay.
To keep getting the pail, pail it out, pail it out, pail it out. And it's rocking around. And we can hold on to the mast when it gets bad. And we say our prayers.
And where is this hole in the boat? Where's the leak springing from?
It's at the front.
The front.
It's not deep. It's at the front. And if we get bad waves, it comes up high enough to go in to the hole, and then it comes on the deck. And then we try and get it off the deck as fast as we can.
And
we
now,
can't afford to get it repaired.
Okay. And is there a name of who would be like the captain or whoever you call the main person on the ship? Is there a name that you call him?
Mr. Probert.
Describe Mr. Probert to me. How does Mr. Probert look?
He's quite thin. And he tries to be smart, but he can't always shave. But he likes to be authoritative, but he's a nice man. He's quite lenient with us. But he's good on the sea. He knows his job. He likes to tell jokes. And he makes us feel happier when we're scared.
That's good. I'm glad that he tries to help you. From this moment now, just allow yourself to move forward just a couple of hours from where you are now. Allow that to happen now, staying with this lifetime. And tell me what's happening now.
We're turning round, we're going back.
Okay.
It's not safe. It's not safe. And we can see a ship ahead. We have to get away from that. We shouldn't have gone that far. We're in trouble. We have to go back.
Okay. Just describe to me what you can see at this moment in time.
I can see Michael falling over, and Probert is looking through his telescope, and he's saying, swing the mast, get the sail, swing it round. And then you have to duck down so you don't bang your head. And then there's all water on the floor. I've had to try not to slip over, and then we're panicking, but we've turned the boat round. We're heading back to the shore.
Okay.
Because we have to get back to the harbour. We haven't caught many fish. We haven't had a good day.
And let's see if we can get a name of the harbour. That comes to you. 1, 2, 3. What's the name of the harbour you're heading back to?
We've had to go to Port Maddock. We had to go there because we had to change course.
That's good. Now just allow just a few more hours to pass, or minutes to pass now, but just time to move forward now. That happens for you staying with this lifetime. And just let me know what's happening now.
We're in the tavern.
Lovely.
And it's warm in there. It's warm. And there's these holding these little lamps with candles in to get warm and dry. And we're having some potatoes to eat. It's nice and hot. But I can't get back home. I've come away too far. I don't know how I'm going to get home.
Okay.
I'm not near home.
Tell me about home and where you live.
I'm near Hartlepool.
Near Hartlepool. That's nice. And tell me about home life. Do you live with anyone or do you live by yourself?
I live with my sister.
That's nice. What's your sister's name?
Anne.
Anne. That's good. And now you said you're in a tavern. Just describe to me the inside of this tavern is like where you are.
There's lots of people in there and lots of benches. And there's all they're all drinking out of metal tankards. There's no glasses. They're drinking out of those. It smells horrible. It smells of rotten, horrible. It's a horrible, dirty smell in there. But people don't seem to care. I don't like the smell, but nobody else seems to care.
And so I know. Let me know the name of this tavern that comes to you now. Let me know the name of that tavern.
Roebuck.
That's good. Now, allow time to move forward now. Time to move forward to the very next day. That happens now, staying with this lifetime. And tell me about what you're doing now.
I'm running away.
Okay. How comes you're running away?
I think if nobody sees me, I can jump on the train. I can hide on the train. I've got to sneak onto the train. Get back.
Why do you want to run away?
I'm scared to go on the boat again.
Okay.
The boat's not safe. We had a lucky escape. We might not be lucky again.
Staying with this lifetime. I want you just to move forward a few hours from where you are right now. 1, 2, 3. A few hours forward and let me know what you're doing now. Staying with that lifetime.
I'm at the station.
Okay.
The train didn't take me far enough. I had to get off. I have to wait till tomorrow morning to get another train. I'm just gonna find somewhere to sleep. I'll just find a little place where nobody can see me.
And now, staying with this lifetime, let me know what station or where you've ended up at.
Betsy Coyd.
That's nice. And describe to me what you're seeing right now.
It's a big lamp. It's a big street lamp. It's black. and then I can see somewhere to wait in the waiting room, but I don't think there's any doors on there. It's like 3 sides and no doors, made out of brick. There's a little wooden bench that runs all the way along the inside. I can just sit on there, but it's very narrow.
Now, just moving forward a little in time, so it's nighttime, and let's see if you decide to try and get some rest. Just allow that to happen and let me know what you're doing now.
I'm walking away. They told me to go. You can't stay here. You're not allowed to stay here. So I'm just trying to walk towards home. It's a long way.
Okay. And who told you weren't allowed to stay?
Station master.
Okay. So you're walking now. Just allow time to move forward a little bit further in time now, staying with this same lifetime. Just to the next day. Let me know what's happening now.
I can get a tram. I'm going to get a tram.
Wonderful. And how are you going to get a tram?
Oh, I asked somebody which way to go and they showed me the way to go. They said, if you go up Langdale Street and then turn right and keep going there, you can get the tram. And then you can get the tram and you can go to Chester. And then I know if I get to Chester, I know I can get home.
Good. Now, staying with this same lifetime, we just move further forward a little bit in time and let me know what's happening, just say an hour or two further ahead. Allow that to happen now. Staying with this lifetime, just moving an hour or two further ahead. Tell me what you're experiencing now.
I had to get off the tram because I hadn't got any money.
Sorry to hear that.
I only got a penny, but I need that for food. I'm very hungry.
Sorry to hear you're hungry. And who was it that told you to get off the tram?
The man with the bag. He's in charge of the tram. He said, you haven't got a ticket. I said, I have got a ticket, I've lost it. I've dropped it on the floor, it's here somewhere. And he said, you're a liar. Well, I had to get off. Because I did tell lies, I was telling a lie. I hadn't got one.
It's understandable. Staying with this lifetime, just let me know where you've got off the tram, where it is. Where are you now?
I don't know where I am.
Can you describe
It's very busy there. It's very busy. I can see the horses. I like horses.
That's good. I'm glad you like horses there. They're nice. Just allow now just a few moments to pass. Staying with this lifetime, just a few moments. Moving forward in time. And tell me what is happening now.
It's okay. I can get on the coach. Because that man, he says, if I help him with his horse, he'll give me a free ride.
That's good. Describe this man that has the horse.
He's fat. He's got a long moustache. And he's got a uniform with a cape. He's quite jolly.
That's good. Can you describe this uniform, how it looks?
It looks very well worn. I think he's had it for a long time, but it's navy blue. And it's got braiding on, but the braiding has started to stitch away. The stitches have come away. So there's little bits that are hanging off. But he does look smart with his gold buttons.
That's good. Did he give you his name?
Clive.
Clive.
His horse is called Prince.
Nice.
Clive and Prince.
Staying with this lifetime, just allow now some time to move forward, so you can let me know what happened with the being given the lift. That happens now, just a little bit further forward in time. And let me know what's happening now.
He's taking me a long way. He's kind. He says we all need help sometimes. And I said to him, when we get to my house, I can let you feed your horse on my field. And my friend's a blacksmith. I'm going to get him to sort out your horse's hooves. And he's pleased about that. And I said, I'll help you with your horse. Because you've helped me.
Good. So allow that to unfold, either when you're helping the horse or just after the horse. And allow that to happen now. Just stay with this lifetime, moving just a little bit further forward. I'd like to know what we're experiencing now.
Clive doesn't want to go back.
Okay.
Anne's pleased to see me because she thought I was dead.
That's good.
Have you come back from the dead? I said, no. She said, well, you've been away for a long time. I thought you were dead. And she's making me and Clive some stew to feed our bones. Should I feed your bones?
And how does it feel now to have had some food? How does it feel now to have had some food?
I'm happy to be home. I'm going to look after Clive. He's my friend. And
That's good.
him. She wants to marry him.
So what sort of thing? I can't believe that just happened. That was really, really good. It just suddenly... Did anybody else notice the sound go funny then? But that was absolutely incredible stuff coming out from Beth. Hopefully we'll see her in a bit. I really want to know what happened, particularly as the sister wanted to marry Clive. Yes, Chris, yes, it's happened again. Jane Mortimer, welcome, mate. Don't know if you've seen it. Said it was yeah, so it was early 1920s, or not early 1920s, but sometime in the 1920s. I tried to type that back to you, Jane. So yes, the sound started distorting before it went off. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe Beth's continuing living out the lifetime, and we'll get to know a bit more what actually happened later. Let's have a look. Yeah, I thought I was hearing a third voice. Yeah, the sound went really funny, didn't it? Yeah, and thanks everybody's been watching, but we will get Beth back and we'll try and finish this off at some point. It's getting quite a lot later now, so I'll do the whole process. Might take some time. I was really hoping then that the feed would stay until the end because it was going really well. Yes, it was. That didn't go off. That didn't go off. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. Thank you. There's been some people, so I want to say hello to my dear friend Sam, who's watching, Annette, Alison. Yeah, it was absolutely really good. I mean, I'm just going to send Beth a message. Hopefully, she can get back on. Oh, I don't mean to get people's messages up. I do apologise for that. Sometimes when it happens. Nicole, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Let's go and get hold of Beth. And we can see. So just bear with me whilst I send a message to her. Hopefully that's woken her up. So does anybody have any questions about what we've seen? Had lots of good things come through then, and thank you everybody who's watching at the moment. However, even if we don't get Beth back, I think this was a really good one. I just wanted to know more about the story, and what have we? So what's this? Needs a past life regression. Yeah, absolutely, Leah. I'll sort out a past life regression with your mum. So anybody have any questions? I'm really hoping that Elizabeth comes back on now. But yeah, what did you think of that? All really good stuff. I thought it was particularly compelling, and I was absolutely willing, who Beth was, not to go back onto the ship, and I'm really pleased that she got he got back home, that who Beth was in the previous life. We got some messages here, so see what Sam says. Oh, that's really kind of you. That's really sweet. I didn't realize that was a compliment when I got it up. That was really kind of you. Thank you. Let's have a look. Well, Beth, so this is what we were asking. So there's two possibilities that will happen. One, she'll fall into a restful sleep, and after the sleep, she'll come round, feel completely refreshed, really good, and remember everything. Or she'll just become aware that I'm not talking to her anymore, and then she'll come round and rejoin us. So I'm hoping to stay on for a bit longer, because I'm hoping that Beth will be back with us very soon. I have sent her a voice message, so if I don't hear from her very soon, send her a text message, I'll send her a voice message. I think that'll be the best good thing. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, but I was asked what happens if she can't post it. So yes, exactly, that's it, Chris. So she'll be fine. Good. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? Because I've got some absolutely lovely compliments popping up here, which it always makes me feel good when I see compliments from people, which is nice. Oh yeah, nice hair. Thank you. A little bit of grey poking through, but I think it looks all right. What's this now? Paul, any ideas on how to get a really good night's sleep? Let me give this one, and then if we don't, we'll try and phone up Beth and see if I can get hold of her. There's a fantastic YouTube video. I forgot the gentleman's name. He did a TED Talk. TED Talks are really good. Just to Leah's, yeah, I'll have a go at doing that soon. Dying it is when you hear music, you tend to go with the rhythm of the music. So I've slightly adapted it from what this person who gave the TED Talk. But what I do to get a really good night's sleep is to, if you find you're struggling, just put your hand, say, on your chest as you're led down, and then tap quite quickly with your thumb and fingers like this, really quickly for about 2 minutes. And that might seem a long time to do this. But then start to, after 2 minutes, slow down the fingers just a little bit. And then just a little bit more. And then eventually, so after about 3 minutes of doing this, you're moving your fingers very slowly. And I've done this with people, and it does get them feeling quite sleepy afterwards, and they do drift off to sleep, because it's a little bit like when you hear music. If you hear music slowing down, you slow down with it. So our brains are trained to rhythm. So do that really quickly for 2 minutes, and then slow it down after about 2 minutes. So eventually that you don't tap at all, and you should get a beautiful night's sleep. Excellent. Some people said my voice is really relaxing. You should try that, Jane. It does work. It does work. I'm going to give Beth a quick call now, actually, and hopefully she'll be with us. So let me just try this. She might be having internet problems. Thank you, everybody who's been watching today. I'll just somehow pin this. Yeah, I didn't take too well in my hair, but I will do it at some point. I think I'm having difficulty getting hold of Beth at the moment, but we will get her on to show that she's okay. So, good. Does anybody have any past life regression stories themselves? That would be really good to have shared. Go back to messages. So yeah, it's good to try it. Now I think we've got hold of Beth. It's actually phoning now. Hello. No, it's fine. What it was brilliant. Do you want to? The sound started going a bit funny for a while. I've got Beth on, everybody. So you like just to join us for a few minutes, because I know it's getting later and later now, but you like just to join us to say hello, so they just know that you're all okay and everything, and they'd probably like to hear from you as well. Well, I did carry on a little bit, because I realised after a bit that you'd gone. So I just thought I'd carry on, because I could really see what was going on. Excellent. And then I sort of thought, what's happening now? And so what happened? You like to jump on and say, brilliant. You like to jump on and finish us off. That would be good, so we can hear. That'd be really cool. So if you like to jump on this. Do you want me to go back into that stream? Yeah, that'd be perfect, so people can hear you as well, because there's still quite a few people watching. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, I'll just cut you off from this then. Yeah. Paul. All right. Thank you. So good news. Yeah, blue hair. Yeah, I think it would look good on me. I think it would look good. Thank you. Good news. Beth is going to be joining us. So phoning did work. So good. Let's get Beth back on shortly. Oh, apparently the sound was okay. Excellent. Here we go.
Oh, sorry. I'm back.
No, it's absolutely fine. Good to see you back. Yeah, good. I think that's what people like. It's actually good.
I'm in one piece.
I'm sorry, because this is one of the things that people are concerned and do worry about. What happens should anything like this happen, just to show that you're okay. So you were just beginning to explain what had happened. So you're right to finish that off.
Absolutely. So after a little while, I realised that you were no longer there, and I was still in the regressive state, and I kind of carried on with what was going on. And what happened then was I realised that Clive and my sister Anne fell in love and got married. And we continued then all to live in the same house, the three of us. And I asked, what is Clive's name? And I got that his name was Clive. I wrote it down, Clive Jacob Turner. So I thought we need to know what his name is. And he married Anne John. So I wrote that down. And my name, I remember, was Ivan John.
Yes.
So I thought I'll write that down. When what I did then, I was aware that I was in a regressive state, and I thought, well, you're not here to bring me out of the regression, but I've had regression before. So what I did in my mind, I like counted from 5 to 1 and said to myself, when I get to 1, I'm going to be back in the here and the now. So
excellent.
I did that, and then I couldn't get you back. So I just thought I'd just quickly go and get a drink, because I just need to bring myself back to reality.
Absolutely. Always really good.
I feel like I never drink. I don't drink alcohol, very rare. But I tell you what, it's made me feel like I'm drunk. It's made me feel like really like a bit spaced out.
Yeah, well, it's best to get a drink. And if you feel you need any kind of post-healing from that at all, I can certainly do that for you. But that was really good. I mean, the amount of information coming out, because usually when I do
really
regressions,
weird.
I usually kind of just sort of shift forward, like, and go so many years later. But so much was happening around that time. I thought we can't just sort of leave you as going on the train and catching the tram. I wanted to kind of know that. And I must admit, I was hugely relieved, and I'm sure other people were relieved that you never got back on that boat afterwards. So there was an interesting one. I think
I didn't expect that at all. I didn't know what to expect, and I just could clearly see the boat, that I was stood on the boat, you know, and this fishing job that I'd got. I just hated doing it, and I just knew in the end, I thought, if I go on that boat again next time, we'll be dead because of the repairs that needed, and we were having to go further out to catch the fish, but it felt like we were going into dangerous territory, because we shouldn't be that far, as if we were going to get maybe pirates or what, I don't know. I felt like there was a danger from going out that far, not just because of the state of the fishing vessel, but because of other ships, or I don't know. I could see a ship in the distance, so it felt fear, you know, like fearing for your life sort of feeling. So that's why I ran away. But yeah, it was very interesting.
I don't blame you as well. Oh, that's the right way I can say this one. Does the last name indicate what out family member's job was? I think it could do sometimes. I don't really know about that. Do you know about the last name indicate what somebody's job was? Certain things, but I'm not 100% sure really.
Well, I suppose like my maiden name is Barber, so I'm assuming I would come from hairdressing and barber. But obviously, what I got was the name John, so I don't know whether that would indicate anything, or whether that's just a common name. I know it sounds like a first name, but I got it as like a surname.
Yeah.
And Turner, what would Turner be? Perhaps maybe Turner would be wood turning or something. I don't know. I don't know what Turner would be.
Possibly, but then these names go way back. So it doesn't mean that Turner was a wood turner, but maybe generations back they were, or something. This is something I'll look into, because it is always really, really good. to hear these things. So just want to see. I'll just get that one up. I don't know if that's. No, it's not that. I'm having a bit of difficulty with my mouse at the moment, so it's been a bit of a technical day.
We're not
Brilliant,
having
Paul.
much luck between us, are we, Paul?
No,
It must be
brilliant,
spirit
Paul.
playing jokes on us.
And the strange thing is, the sound went really, really funny after a while. I don't know if you heard it going funny at all, but it kind of, and everybody else heard it, started sounding almost sort of alien and kind of like Doctor Who kind of.
Just before you went, it went like really wobbly.
Mm.
And then I didn't know whether you were still there or not, because obviously I'd still got my eyes closed. And then I thought, oh, I don't know whether anybody's instructing me now. But I was that in there, in the zone, if you like, that I carried on. And I was like, what's happening now?
Excellent.
And then I was pleased because Clive and Anne, I could see the wedding. It was a very simple wedding. And there was, she got a white dress on, very simple, not a lavish dress, just a very simple white long dress, just some flowers in her hair. And then her and Clive were just stood, which I would have thought there would be like at a church, but it didn't really look like that. It looked like a metal wrought iron structure that they were stood in front of. I don't really know what that means, why they were stood in front of like a wrought iron thing, or they either just getting married there or just being married there. And then we were throwing like rose petals, like flat flowers as confetti for their marriage. But it was very simple. There wasn't many people there.
Some people said my picture's gone really funny there, so I'm just going to, I don't know what's going on with the internet at the moment. So, but I just turned the Wi-Fi, well, it was off anyway, but I just, the Wi-Fi on the phone, making sure that's off. So hopefully I'm looking a bit better now, because I look clear as anything, but people say I look like an oil painting or something, or kind of all blocky. Paul's green face. Right, I'm not
you
sure.
just look normal to me. I can't
Good,
see
I'm
any
glad.
disruption.
Yeah, excellent. I think it's gone pixelated for some people, which is really weird. I don't know why it would go pixelated, because usually I've got quite a good, fast, good signal. So pixelated green. I'm back now, apparently. Good. So I accidentally pinned somebody's comment. And since then, I've been finding it more hard to go back over previous comments. So yeah, I'm getting ones like I look green like the Hulk popping up here, which I must admit is a new one. I must admit is a new one on me. So it'd be interesting to look back anyway on the pictures, whether it's like this on YouTube as well, or whether it's just Facebook. So I will go back and look at that. But yeah, do you feel all okay after it? You don't need any extra bits from me or anything like that?
I'm all right. I talked myself back out of it. I just feel a bit dozy. You know, I feel a bit like, you know, groggy, I suppose you could say. You know, like sometimes if you're asleep and then somebody wakes you up and you feel like you haven't had enough sleep.
Yes, yeah.
Like
exactly.
You're with it, but you still feel a little bit half asleep. That kind of feeling, but I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine. I know I talked myself out of the regression, you know, the regressive hypnosis. So I think that will suffice. Perhaps I'll have a really good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you will. Most people tend to have a really good night's sleep after the hypnosis, and I always recommend that people drink plenty of like water or non-stimulating teas, you know, like herb green tea, maybe not green tea, but herb teas, chamomile teas, stuff like that. Yeah, it was literally like a lizard person. You're not a lizard person, are you, Paul Goddard? I'm glad like it wasn't. Yeah, if I was somebody well known, that would be getting everywhere, wouldn't it, on the internet, saying
It
that I'm a
would.
lizard person. I like lizards; they're cool, though.
So do I.
Uh,
I must admit.
Excellent. Yeah. We'll just get one more up in case there's any more, because I realise it's past, and it is a school night for people. Yeah, let me pop this up. I should be having a question. Oh, it's just seemed. Oh no, not that one. Sign off. I'm sorry, I'm getting the wrong ones up here. It's just my mouse mat is playing up quite a lot actually at the moment. It was something to do with past lives anyway. Is there anything else you want to say at all, Beth, that you kind of from the experience? And
Well, thank you for doing this, Paul.
no, that's good.
Oh
That's good.
no,
No,
I've
thank
lost
you. Oh, have I gone now? Now who's up now? That was who's I think Beth is gone again now. So just we're literally going to sign off as well. Hopefully you're there, Beth. Maybe I'll just finish the last bit on a messenger call or something. Oh no, Beth's back. We're okay.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for doing this, Paul. It's been a real eye-opener for me. It wasn't what I expected whatsoever.
Yeah.
Amazing that I was. It was like I was there, and I was able to relive what had gone on.
Excellent.
I know I'll probably end up analysing a lot of it, knowing me, and I'm definitely going to search those names on the internet. The only thing I couldn't remember, what did I say was the year? Did I say it was 1932?
20, I'm sure. I'm sure you said 1920. And you were 40. So
19. I can't remember what. I know you asked it me, and I know I answered.
It was 1920. It might be 1927, but it'll be right at the beginning. So after this, I'll rewatch the beginning part of it, and it'll be in there.
I said the boat was called Idaho. Was the name of
the I'm sure that's what you said. Yeah.
So I'm just the reason I want to know, because I'm going to Google it a bit later when I'm fully back compos mentis after this. But no, thank you. I've really enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the internet issues, but I've I hope it was interesting for people. And thank you for doing it. Hopefully come on my radio show, we can talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We can take some little clips from this as well, because I should be able to download it from my YouTube and turn it into MP3s, a bit like I did with Steve's Regression. Now, this was the question I was trying to get up about 5 minutes ago, and it wasn't. There seems to be a bit of a time delay coming on at the moment. Paul does dreaming of being a person in a different life period that it could have been you in a past life. It's a possibility. I mean, sometimes we do get influenced by dreams because we dream all sorts of things, but particularly if it's a recurring dream, I think it's a strong possibility that it could be that's what you were. I got this up. If it's going to let me do it now. Oh yeah, actually it's working now, because it seems to be. There was a Navy ship in 1960 called
Idaho.
Idaho, yeah. So
Idaho. Oh my God, what year did he say it was?
1929. So it was a 1929, and sorry, because it was 1916, but yes, in 1929. So yeah, that's really cool.
That's creepy. That's giving me goosebumps.
Absolutely. Alison says, really enjoy fabulous night. It's not Alison's, but thank you for enjoying it, Patricia. Alison says, really enjoyed tonight. And there was a lovely comment about you, Beth, that I wanted to pull up, and I can't find it now, but it was nice and complimentary, as it should be, because Beth is truly wonderful at what she does. Lovely.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Good. So I'm really pleased that I think there's a few people had a few laughs about the dropouts and things like that, and me pressing the wrong buttons gave some people some amusement and stuff like that. It all happened when it was Leah about me dyeing my hair blue. I seemed to pin that message, and I don't know how to unpin it. And it seemed to make everything a bit bit slower. But I didn't realize I could pin messages, so that's all good anyway.
That's
Excellent.
Good. Well, everything I've touched this week, Paul, to do with technology has gone wrong. As you know, on my radio show last night, my microphone went up the Swanee. I sounded like I was in a tin can, and people could only just about hear me. So there was an issue with that. So I don't know. Maybe there's ghosts in the machine.
Absolutely, I think there is. There's something going on. I don't think it's it was a full moon yesterday, I think, was it? So I'll blame yesterday for today or something like that. It was something to do with the moon yesterday. I know there were some people. Patricia said, such an interesting past life. Would it be possible to continue it another time? If that's something you would be happy to do,
Yeah,
Beth,
absolutely.
at another time, because it'd be nice to delve more and see what more information can come out from this.
Conclude it a little bit more.
Yeah, because you can go back to the life that you were working on. Lovely.
Well, I know that I could see myself as Ivan, and I've got like a really thick beard, and I don't like beards.
Right.
I like clean shaven. And in this past life, Ivan had got this really thick. Have you ever seen Dick Strawbridge? Dick and Angel,
Yes.
and they do Up the Chateau.
Yes, I have.
When I looked at myself in that past life, it reminded me of his beard.
Oh wow!
Really dense, and it's really odd because I really don't like beards, and I always think I want to see all your face. I don't want to see somebody's face partially covered with a beard. I want to see what you look like fully. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
and I thought how strange that in this past life I'd got this dense, thick beard, and I just thought, I wonder if that has got anything to do with it, because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go away. I'm just going to analyse all of that. I'm going to link it in like with things in my own life. Have I ever run away from anything? Did I ever escape from those kind of things? I do think I've had a couple of lucky escapes in life. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to really go through it, and make a few notes.
Exactly. Jane said, Jane Mortimer, I prefer to shave my beard off too, Beth. Somebody put, see those dimples. Oh, right. Okay. I got this up. So I just got, So there's Annette, I think, said something really complimentary about it. So I'll get up in a second. You said you liked horses as Ivan, and you like them now too, Beth. So yeah, you like horses.
I love horses. I love horses. I did have horses for many years, horses and ponies. And I did have a saddlery business actually years ago. So yeah, maybe that again, that's another link, because when I left you, and I carried on, and I actually went to the house, and there was a field at the side, like a little old cottagey place with a field at the side where we put Clive's horse Prince. We let him go into the field. There was no other animals in there, and I know that what I got was that my friend was a blacksmith, and it was going to sort Prince's hooves out for Clive. That was part of the deal of him giving me a lift home, but he never went away. He stayed and married Anne, and I thought, oh, that was nice, because it was like a happy ending. And I like happy endings. Some of these lives are very tragic at the end, but it was a happy ending, like they fell in love. But I was single. I didn't have anybody, but we just all lived in the same house. Yeah. So it was like, I don't think I'd found a partner, but I was happy that Anne and Clive had got each other. Yeah. If I think it was like a feeling like a brother would want to know that his sister was being looked after. Exactly. Yes. It was that kind of nice feeling. Indeed. Beth is amazing. All the information she was able to tell us. Absolutely. Agree. That was incredible, Beth. It was really, really good, and thank you for making it such a wonderful
wonderful time, and yeah, I was truly fascinated with that past life. So I'm hoping to find some details myself about it. And I also want to thank you as well for doing the card reading and what came out of that card
Oh, it was only
reading.
a little reading. You're very
But
welcome.
a little reading with a very positive message that will keep me smiling all night. So thank you.
Well, that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. I tell you what, before we go, just choose a number, Paul, between 1 and 1,000. Let's sort of top it off with one out of the book.
Okay, 134.
134. I'll read it out so we can all hear it. It says, this is very important for you, Paul. It says, stop getting caught up in other people's drama. This will just cause you to feel upset, drained, and exhausted. Instead, focus on activities that are close to your heart. So,
agreed. Yes.
Maybe you're trying to problem solve for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and sometimes we've got to let people sort their own problems out.
Yeah, because I'm never
You know?
somebody who likes getting involved with drama, but I'm always the peacemaker. I come across on the Enneagram, which I only know a little bit about, but it's fascinating. I'm a type 9 on the Enneagram, which is the person that is sort of trying to sort of help people, and this person that likes to keep the peace, and absolutely hates any conflict and arguments and stuff like that. So yeah, that kind of resonates, and even by just saying that now, I've got some ideas of how I can get around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
And yeah,
good.
Brilliant advice.
It sort of, when you look at the message, or if you have more than one number, sometimes you can put those messages together to make a longer reading from the book. But there's always something like to take away from it, and there's always something to sort of ponder on and think, right, what does that really mean for me? Where do I go with this? And it can trigger like a positive response. So I know a lot of people who've used the book, sometimes they've used it when they're like having a really crap week, or things aren't going their way, or something has happened. And often it can be quite, some of the messages are hard hitting because of course it's called Life by Numbers. It's about your life.
Yes.
It's not called fluff by numbers. Do you know what I mean? So some of the messages are a bit hard hitting. But then what's amazing is that you can take that and do something about it. So sometimes I think it gives you a push in the, puts you back on the right path.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So yeah, 3 really cool things that I've had today. One, helping with something which is going on at the moment, and the other 2 things so yeah, I'm definitely going to be going to bed with a good smile on my face tonight anyway.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. I'm really pleased about that. I'll be going to bed thinking about Ivan.
Yes, exactly.
Ivan on the Idaho.
Indeed. Well, I'd like to thank absolutely everybody who's watched tonight, and there's quite a good number of people watching, so I really appreciate that. We'll try and sort it out how would be best. I don't know if it'd be doing maybe like a Zoom session or something, but so that Beth and myself can finish that off and get to hear more about Ivan. Thank you, Beth. We'll be in contact soon. You might just stay just literally 5 minutes just after this, so that'd be brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being with us tonight. Have an outstanding day tomorrow, and if you are in the UK or anywhere else experiencing hot weather at the moment, drink plenty of fluids and stay cool. Take care, everybody. Bye.